I have to wait a bit because of YouTube's. I've been hearing that. Well, I'd like to do something that's technically not illegal because all I'm doing is eavesdropping.
Hey!
Okay, we're about a minute 30 seconds in, and I've been hearing some terrifying things in the gaming industry. Not good things either. Because eavesdropping is not illegal, it's just because a few people are a little loud when they talk out of work. What I'm hearing is like price fixing and shit. Things that are kinda concerning. Like Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo working together to make sure that the prices of video games go beyond $80, just slowly increment until it becomes as expensive as luxury jewelry. And there'll be nothing anyone could do about it, because it's too damn high to do anything about. I'm not a big fan of hearing that information.
Hey!
I'm regenerating magic, but yeah, the whole thing about hearing that Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft might be working together on this whole pricing thing as a scheme. As I heard, they tried to talk to Steam about it, and luckily Steam doesn't take that serious, doesn't like that sort of thing. So Steam seems to be the safest place right now. So yeah, what I'm hearing is some scary shit. Price fixing, price gouging. So yeah, I'm getting bad information. Also, not bad information, but information that sounds bad. Hence why a lot of even Sony might go back into the handheld thing to make a handheld version, just like Microsoft. So if they all switch to handhelds and just try to make some overpriced handheld stuff, and I guess that's fine. They could do that. It's just they're gonna half-ass it. I mean, the Switch 2 was 90% the Switch 1, and only 5% of it was altered to be a little bigger. But then they rushed manufacturing. There's a lot of defects and bugs in it, and there's going to be issues that you won't see for 5 years. they rushed it along and cut costs to it.
Hey!
So, yeah, it's like, the Switch 2 works, I guess, and people are gonna find out that there's gonna be a lot of faulty shit. But nothing's really changed, it's just a Switch 1 Pro. The mouse feature was kinda implemented quickly within the 2 years. Which means that thing's gonna go fucking tits up in 3 years or so when being heavily used. There's a lot of scary shit I heard. And people are like, that's all misinformation. Yeah, it's gonna show itself within a year, in a year or so. Like, in a year or 1 to 5 years, it will show up. And they'll be like, oh, just bring it in and we'll replace it. I mean, it's the same fucking Joy-Cons. Just slightly updated. When I mean slightly, I mean barely updated. Yeah, they made the screen bigger. Big fucking whoop. Everyone's focusing on just the FPS and size. It's like, looky, you're just focusing on the size of the dick.
Hey!
Yeah, but the Switch is just... The Switch 2 is not going to turn out the way people think it is. It's pretty much just a quick out, toss out, and then get a quick cash grab, and then hope for the best that no one noticed it was a complete fucking cash grab. Hell, Nintendo was actually internally hoping for 10 million sales within the first week, worldwide. And I'm like, that doesn't sound plausible. Like 5 million maybe? They're close to that, but they're going to have 1 million returns by the end of the week. And I'm like, that's horrible. They're like, well, yeah, they're still going to get their money's worth out of it, since it was sloppily just slapped together as quick as possible, and then shat out, and then mass-produced like a Chinese toy. And I'm like, that's god-awful.
Hey!
But yeah, the whole Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna sell. There's no doubt about that. But the thing is, it's not what
Hey!
you think. It's just gonna sell for a quick cash grab, and then they're gonna move on to the next thing. Which they already have plans for mass producing, like not a Switch 3, but it's like a new type of handheld that's supposed to be even more powerful, but when it says more powerful, it's not that much of an improvement from the Switch 1 still. It's just going to be slightly thicker, and they want to improve the battery life outside of its dock to 4 hours. I'm like, so you want the equivalency of a phone from 1995? The cell phone of 1995? It's like, that's it? That's the only improvement you're going to work towards for the next 5 years? What about the controllers? They're not going to do shit about those. As of yet. They're like, it's fine. They'll just keep buying them from us in mass numbers.
Hey!
But yeah, the Switch 2 is gonna sell. No doubt about it, because suckers are gonna be suckers, and you're gonna be, a sucker for Nintendo because you've been playing Nintendo since you were in your diapers. Which is nostalgia bait to scam people very easily. But it's not as good as you think. And also, if Nintendo wins against Palworld, there is going to be a patent war of everything getting patented under the sun, including the fucking sun. They're going to try to patent a digital sun. Like having the sun in your game. Or the moon. Or ground. They're going to try to patent everything and anything they can get their hands on. Just pray to God Palworld wins its lawsuit. Because the shit I'm hearing is absolutely terrifying. I didn't know I can hear something that can sink my heart into my stomach that's bad and make my spine turn ice cold. They're also having internal disputes. Mostly angry about their numbers not being what they projected, what they wanted internally. They said within a year 15 million sold, but they were really hoping for 5 to 10 million within the first week.
Hey!
Bro can't even find an honorable duel. But yeah, what I'm hearing is more terrifying. Like, this is all sounding so damn shady from what I'm hearing. And let's just say Sony and Xbox and Nintendo has, let's say, workers that don't know how to keep their lips shut outside of work. They opening their mouths and saying shit they shouldn't say. not only plans to corner the market, but control the market. They want Nintendo to be the absolute handheld that, with little minimal effort and cash put into it, to pump out the most cash from its customers. Which, you know, that sounds about right for a corporation, but it sounds evil as fuck. And Xbox and PlayStation want the same thing. It's like, you three are really fucking corrupted.
Hey!
But yeah, what I'm hearing about Nintendo, PlayStation, and Sony is just... It sounds really messed up. Like, they should be investigated messed up. Price fixing, corporate control, like, corporate control over the entire industry. This is all questionable behavior for Nintendo, but it's like, oh, it's just hearsay that you heard from their workers who could be just talking out their ass, and so this could be true. But the way things are going right now, it's just disturbing, regardless. I get making jokes at work, like these fucking idiots will buy any of our crap we shit on a plate. Which is true, yeah. Nintendo fanboys and fangirls would just, you know, eat that shit up, even if they just piss in a cup, shit on a plate, and go, here you go, Fabi, $400. They'll just gobble it up and chug it down. But this sounds wrong. Like, the gaming industry's in for one hell of a bad time. I'm not telling you to not buy a Switch 2. I'm just saying that you may be walking into a full-blown trap. A kind of trap that destroys any resemblance of what you used to love about gaming. Yeah, I don't think people see the writing on the wall. And it's pretty bold fucking writing.
Hey! Hey!
So, yeah, this is kind of terrifying me more than anything, the fact that Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox are working together on this. Yeah, they seem to be competing with the new Xbox handheld, which seems to be a computer with Nintendo, but Nintendo's not shaking in their boots at all. They're actually looking forward to it. I mean, PlayStation will make a new handheld, seeing that the other companies are doing that as well. They'll probably pump out a PlayStation Thick or something like that. They'll run off like Windows 95 for God's sakes. But yeah. This is all just information I get from what I hear people eavesdrop and just off some stuff that you hear that you probably shouldn't hear, but it's not illegal to eavesdrop on people that are just being a little too loud. Just like it's not illegal to look at someone's, tweets or their DMs. I mean, I'm not hacking. All I'm doing is reading available information that seems to be out in the open because someone's getting a little too cocky. I mean, it could just be a person running their mouth, but it seems to be legitimate too. Especially with it being CEOs, managers, even some devs. Like, why are you guys saying this out loud? Do you think you will never be caught or something? Or are you just that cocky?
Hey!
He needs that armor because he knows if he takes a hit, he won't be able to win. He's just only wearing that armor because it gives him the best shot to do the one shot. And it's like, congratulations. You're an NPC. You're just following the trend. Yeah, but it's interesting to hear that this stuff is like, oh, it's information, misinformation. All information is misinformation, including everyone's alphabet. Your language itself is misinformation. Because anyone could be talking any gobbledygook and be like, oh, that's my language. Don't you understand it? But yeah, it's just... I'm just wondering why. Why has it gotten to the point that they're this cocky? Do they think no one's gonna do anything about it? I mean, they're pretty pissed at Nintendo for not making the sales they wish for.
Hey!
Bro's like fucking pissing his pants over here, playing like he's gonna fucking win the league or something. And he desperately needs magic spells. You didn't emote at the beginning like you're supposed to anyways. But yeah, I'm hearing some shitty ass things from Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox. There's like, they should be investigated for price fixing. Cause this sounds way too off. It's like, no, well, Nintendo started it. Maybe that was part of the reason? If Nintendo started it, it's fine for us to raise our prices too. Wink, wink. Oh, we're just gonna raise it to $90 now. You know, and the other guy, okay, oh yeah, okay, I don't mind raising it to 92, and so on and so forth. Luckily, Steam, on the other hand, is like disgusted with that bullshit. Like, are you serious with that? That's gross. So I'm a little concerned. Because I'm not hearing nothing good. I'm hearing corporate corruption.
Hey!
Well, I'm hearing mostly about it. It's like the Switch is actually trending not as good as Nintendo wanted it to. And also the yelling because of the lawsuit with Power World and the fact they could be losing that lawsuit. Because Nintendo hates independent. The big name companies hate independent devs. They hate indie games with a freaking passion. Probably because they're showing them up and 10 times cheaper. For obvious reasons. But they look down on gamers. They look down on you as nothing but little ants that'll buy whatever goddamn garbage they pump out because you have no one else to go to.
Hey!
Bro, why didn't you emote at the beginning? Seriously, why do people not understand the two basic rules? No consumables and emote at the beginning. That's it. That's all you gotta do in a duel. But yeah, I'm not hearing good things from the industry as a whole. Like, the whole damn thing. It's like, buy your little Switches and whatnot. It's probably best to use a Steam Deck right now. Or a PC. Those ones seem to be in the clear and just fine. Because they're mostly controlled by Steam. Steam has all your games. Steam is where you run to get anything, right? Then it's completely digital, so they don't have to worry about that whole hard copy thing. But to find out that, yes, a majority of the player base does want our hard copies, and losing them will actually take a massive chunk. That's why they're going to try to make just key cards, and hopefully the suckers will keep falling for it.
Hey!
You used a consumable, you idiot. You already forfeited your victory. In the eyes of actual gamers, anyways. But yeah, this is not good, what I'm hearing. Though it's a game of telephone, so it's kind of chunked up and stuff, and it takes forever for me to get all the information. Like, are you sure they're talking shit like this? It's like, yep. They are so gleefully aware of how much power they hold over the industry, they'll just whip out their dick, flop it on the table, and say, "Start sucking, bitch." That's how cocky the gaming industry has gotten. And at this point, the gamer needs to grab that dick, pull it out, and chop it with a cleaver, and say, "Yeah, who's sucking now? Fix your shit." Because unless you stand up for yourself, the gaming industry is going to turn to dick real quick. And you're going to be bent over the table, taking back shots, and saying, "Thank you, master, may I have more?" With a big shit-eating grin on your face as you've been used. It's like enjoying being abused. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you enjoying that? You shouldn't enjoy getting abused. That's not a good thing. But the industry has kind of gotten you wrapped around its finger and used to being abused and mistreated. Like, you forgot about the old days when the console was great right off the bat and you can use the controller for the next 5 years.
Hey! Hey!
got scared of my knives, did you? And had to whip out the heels. It would have been fine, but I know he was gonna just drink a blue potion. He got scared of my daggers. Smith's grip daggers, the worst weapon in the game. Yet you had to plug in your dick, stick your dick between your legs, and have to go to the immediate heal me please button. I'm scared. You don't see me healing. I do use Beastful Vitality, but that thing heals you at such a slow rate. I've had faster blowjobs. But yeah, the way the gaming industry is going right now, I am more terrified than ever before of where things are going. I feel like there's going to be... Well, we're in the dark age of gaming right now. There's no doubt about it. We've been in the dark age for gaming for the last 10 years or so. With shitty games, crappy products, the consoles that have been coming out have been just dog shit, half-assed, quickly developed, and just slapped out for make a quick buck. And I feel we still got another 5, 10 years, maybe 15 years of that before anything actually gets improved upon. Which is more concerning than anything.
Hey!
I won't win a trade-off with a great katana. That person motherfucking stayed in the air after I went. Make him stay at bay, though. But yeah, this is getting to be a little concerning on the end I'm hearing, because what I'm hearing is not good. It's more to akin of the corruption. I'm hearing a lot of corporate corruption in the gaming industry. And granted, my shit won't show up for another 5 years or so when it really starts to crack, and then you can't ignore it no more because it'd be too obvious. But by then, you're kind of fucked. Unless new laws are made to break it up, so it's no longer going to be what it is. Because technically, it can't be called a monopoly because the three companies are just price fixing. And it's not illegal to completely price fix if you're competitive-ish. It's like a roundabout way to be it's just a roundabout way, actually, to just be competitive without being competitive. But yeah, this stuff made my heart sink into my stomach. Like, I don't think the industry is gonna do too hot lately. I think shit's about to hit the fan, and by the time it hits your faces, the gamers' faces, either you're gonna have a shit-eating grin because you're already used to being treated like shit, or you're gonna be shocked when all of a sudden you find corn on your face and a bunch of other fecal matter all over you. Like, I can't believe this is happening, when they just been pressing their ass against the fan and going like, open up, little bitches, open that mouth. what I'm hearing is just terrifying. Kind of hoping their plans all fall apart, right? I'm hoping that shit hits the fan in their direction and they're just sitting there crying because it didn't work out. I mean, it's not the first time Nintendo's tried to pull this stunt. Hell, the gaming industry as a whole has tried it twice. This will be the third time. And that is concerning. They keep trying it. And the first two times, the customer didn't buy into it, didn't allow it, and didn't fall for it. And the industry fell hard, face first into that shit, going like, what happened? It's like, yeah, we didn't fall for it. That's what happened. Why would we fall for that? But they act like, oh, I can't believe this. Like, why are you crying about it? There's no reason to be crying. It was just some bullshit you were trying to pull. And we didn't fall for it, and that was great. They tried to do it twice, though, but this is the third time now they're trying to do it. Because everyone is preoccupied with everything else in the world, us gamers are kind of not really paying attention. Everyone's trying to worry about their wallets right now, which is a good thing. It's like, don't buy into this shit. That's how you stop the gaming industry from pulling this stunt. But if they manage to succeed,
Hey!
you won't like the outcome. I just have a weird feeling that shit's not working out right. Especially what I'm hearing coming from the industry as a whole. Because I got nothing better to do, right? I'm disabled, I'm sitting on my ass 24/7, 365, playing video games, and eavesdropping on the conversations I probably shouldn't be eavesdropping on, but it's not illegal. It's not illegal to eavesdrop. I'm not wiretapping or anything, I'm just happening to hear you be a little too loud. Of course they would be like, oh no, I'm not doing any of that. No. It's like, uh-huh. Awkward. I'm just finding this very unsettling. Damn, she got me. But I'm running around with just like 1 HP for so long.
Hey!
But yeah, I'm just hearing really bad things as the gaming industry as a whole is becoming so heavily corrupt. We gamers actually have to take a stand soon and bend over the company in the gaming industry and just give it a good old spanking. Like, nope, not buying into this, not having it. What you're trying to do is bullshit. And I get that most people have already taken a stand. It's like, nope, not buying it. I'm gonna spend that $80 on fucking groceries. But they don't care, because the percentage is so small, it's not even hitting 40%. It's like the boycott seemed to only work for a minimal amount. And it's like, yeah, they understood like 40% won't pay, but they saw 60% will. That 60% is all they want. I mean, they would love 100%, but 60 is more than enough to gouge. After all, it makes up for the loss of the 40%.
Hey!
But I'm not liking what I'm hearing. And you'd be like, ah, that's all in your head. What you're hearing can't be true. It's like, I don't know. 90% of everything I've heard so far has been true. I heard about the $80 games, like, way in advance. I was like, there's no way they would actually go through with that, right? I'm like, nah, it can't be. But yet they still did it anyways. And now there is $80 games now are common, which was years before I heard. It's like, no one would believe me then, but it's like, oh well, I guess now we have to deal with that. Because I ain't gonna go back down unless they saw sales plummet into the ground and realize we ain't gonna make shit for sales. Because money talks, bullshit walks.
Hey!
Storm is so powerful, but I'm more scared of what's happening. The gaming industry is gonna go through the shitter, and it'll be a while before it gets fixed. Because what's already been made was made 5 years ago. So you have to dredge through all the garbage and filth that was made 5 years ago before they actually make anything positive. And if you don't hit sooner than later, you gotta just keep trudging through the sludge and the fecal matter until you actually get to solid ground again and see something nice. Because what you see today was made 5 years ago, so that means what you're going to see in the future is going to be 5 years. The gap is huge. And right now you're standing in the middle of fucking shit. Looking at the end wondering where's the edge of this garbage. And it's like, you won't see that until some actual changes happens now, and then 5 years from now, then you'll actually see some change. It's slow as hell. Icebergs move faster than this industry does. Yeah, damn it, he already used a consumable. You're not even supposed to use consumables in a duel. But yeah, what I've been seeing in the industry is just, it's not good. And what I've been hearing from it is even worse. Like, gut-wrenchingly ice cold and disgusting. Bro, I'm not gonna fight you if you need to break the rules in a duel. If you could just hurry up and kill me, I'm not gonna... It's not even honorable. You emote at the beginning, you don't use consumables. That's the extent of a duel's rules. But yeah. What I've found is just... is a little disturbing of information. I was hoping it'd be all hearsay, but the way the industry has been going and the corruption and the price, what looks like price fixing, is becoming quite apparent in Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox. And it gives me concern. And I just really was hoping it wouldn't be true, but everything I've heard for the last 10 years has come true. Shoddy products, quick manufacturing, shortcuts, half-assed products. It's like, you think, oh, the Switch 2 is not half-assed. It was half-assed. They cut costs, they cut corners. That shit is faulty as hell. They didn't even update the control sticks that much. They added the mouse function, yeah, but that was just thrown in like 2 years before it was supposed to come out. That shit was just tossed in. It wasn't even that big of a deal to toss it in. They're like, oh, we tossed this in. People are gonna wear down their controller. It's not good. They're gonna have to buy new ones anyways because it just makes more money to charge you for new Joy-Cons. Because, well, why not gouge you even further with the stuff that comes attached? I mean, the Nintendo camera is actually just a reused model camera that wasn't made from the ground up. It was just reused old camera that they just put a stick on to make it stand. It's one of those hidden stand cameras that you can just buy for like 20 bucks. That's why it looks so cheap and half-made. It costs them like $5 to make, charge you $50, $60 to purchase to $70, and a lot of people will buy it. That's why it's such a crappy camera, because that camera was made back in 2012? It's not even made from Nintendo. It just was purchased and adapted for it. Which, I mean, cuts costs, yes, but it seems disturbing. Like, the trend is not looking good. You're looking at cheap-made games, cheap-made consoles with a high luxury price tag. It's like trying to make you buy costume jewelry but charge you for a full fucking diamond ring. That's what the gaming industry is heading to. The gaming industry is looking at you as a sucker. Buy this piece of plastic ass jewelry for $500, $800 and then fuck off. Oh, did the gem pop off? Don't worry, we'll replace that with some glue. And I'll charge you another 180. The level of corruption is insane. Then greed. Holy hell, the greed. Of course, the people at the bottom of the totem poles are not going to see dick shit, but the people at the top, well, they're going to make a good amount of 10 million per year bonuses. Or higher. You think Nintendo would never do that? Yes, they would.
Hey! Hey!
Because it's like, oh, all you're doing is hearing hearsay from, from people who work at the company Big Whoop. It's like, they could be wrong. It's like, I don't know. What I've heard that for 5 to 10 years now has been correct. And proving itself to be correct the whole time. So I'm more terrified of what's happening right now, not what's going to happen later, because later is going to come 5 years from now and it'll be too late. I mean, the writing is right there on the wall. Anyone with eyeballs who has a molecule of common sense would be like, this is going nowhere and it's not good where it's going. It's going somewhere more terrifying than you wanted to head to. I'm just wondering what's everyone gonna do if this actually comes out to fruition. There'll be nothing you can do at that point, but also all you could do is bitch about it, but then what? You'll kind of be shit out of luck, won't you? Because the gaming industry will they'll got what it want out of you, and if you left, big fucking whoop, you got replaced by whatever next generation that happily gets on its knees and starts sucking. You actually have to make a dent. Granted, right now Nintendo's not happy with sales, though they're like, oh, 3.5 million worldwide sold. Yippee, but they're actually not happy that the number is that low.
Hey!
Yeah, my sword stance build that you just saw is actually really powerful because it could shatter your enemy in like 1 to 2 hits. It chips at bosses like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, there's something going on, and I don't like when I see the gaming industry or hear about what I'm seeing. And it was years ahead advanced that was gonna do this, and people just happily just grinning, open mouth, just shit-eating grin, like, yay, this is fine. I'm like, no, this isn't not fine, guys. This is not fine at all. You're not only being used, but you're being abused. You're not being seen as customers, you're being seen as products. Just another product to sell to. And I fear that's how it's gonna stay. Maybe the gaming industry is just with Steam, but it's only a matter of time before even Steam changes hands. And when it happens like that, you don't know what the new person's gonna do. New person probably look at the other 3 big boys and go, yeah, I'm gonna join in and start price fixing as well, and just shoot everything up to the roof on Steam. That's only just a matter of time. Luckily right now Steam is the only one that's disgusted and keeping to itself right now, thinking, oh, if I just keep my head down and stay towards the players, it'll be fine. But we've seen Steam slip up a few times and try to peek its head out to see if they could pull some stunts here and there. Granted, it was rare, very rare, and it got their heads bit off immediately as soon as they try to stick it out like that. Which was a good thing for the gamers to do. Is like, nah, sit back down, Steam. No, you ain't gonna pull that shit. That was good. You gotta treat the game. You gotta show the game industry you don't want to play around like that. You're not gonna be used. You're not gonna be saddled with luxury prices for something that does not have that value. Because as the gaming industry sees it is, we're your entertainment, we're the niche, we're popular, but we get to control everything. Even if they make literally shitty games like Dragon Age Veilguard, that's just goddamn garbage. But they think, oh, well, that was a good game. We spent 5 years on that thing, 10 years. You should automatically pay over $500 because we said so. Like, what the fuck? You ain't that good. Your shit don't smell like roses. Your shit smells like shit. And you expect us to get down on our hands and knees and start licking and say, thank you, sir, may I have another? The hell is wrong with you? Some people are into that. I'm not going to king shame you do you, but it's leading down a very dark path I don't want to be chained and whipped for. I haven't bought a new Nintendo game or Nintendo product in 4 years because I really do not believe Nintendo's going in the right direction. If Nintendo actually buckled down, put all their effort into it, they could probably give you a Switch that can last 10 hours out of dock, and have a screen the size of a goddamn 3-inch TV, and only weigh 5 pounds, of course, but the damn thing would work and they wouldn't have stick drift. Do you know there's actually a controller that's supposed to have instead of sticks, has a ball in it, and you can just roll around the ball inside of it like an old mouse ball, and it would work a lot better? Yeah, that got scrapped. That got scrapped because it would be too good. The hell? We would have gone away from the sticks to a weird looking little ball that you could pop out and clean to keep it maintained, and pop back in like you would the old mice, like the bottom of a mouse, before it went to laser. They had an old ball in it. And you would roll it around, pop it out, got dirty, washed it, and put it back in, and it would work again. Well, they wanted to do that instead of sticks. They scrapped that. That would have worked 100 times better. Because then you just roll the ball with your thumb, and your character will respond in the direction of where you rolled the ball. In the little stick, in the little controllers. It would still be like the way the controllers you have now, but the little ball inside would be small, would fit right on top, right underneath your thumb perfectly. You flick it to the left, your character looks left or moves left just by flicking it. Or rolling it around like you would a stick, but it's a ball. 10 times easier to clean, much easier to mass produce and cheaper, but I guess they didn't want to put in the R&D for it. Too expensive. I guess they wanted to say, nah, that would cost too much and it would be too good. You fucking scrapped something that awesome because it would have been too good? Excuse me? You could have changed controllers forever. And in the positive direction. But instead, they just like, nah. Stick drift wouldn't be a thing anymore. The hell? You turned the Switch 2 little controller into a cheap ass little mouse now that will break quickly. They kind of half-assed the R&D for that. That's what you did with it. You turned the controller into a mouse itself. And it's going to rub down your controller like you wouldn't believe and cause issues in like 2 years or less. Maybe 3 tops. You'll start seeing issues with that. I'm not joking, it will happen. But you could have changed the controllers for the better with little balls where the sticks would be, and you just roll them around. And they would have freely just fit in there like a mouse ball. That would have been revolutionary. just to find out, just to hear about that at all, pissed me off to no end. Like, no more stick drift ever again. And it's like, well, probably the R&D thought it would have been work. Nope, it would work, actually. It would have worked so perfectly. Just to stick a little ball in there that rolled around freely. And then you would have been able just to pop off the top and clean the little ball if it ever got dirty. Or the sensors. That is insane. Just so you can make an extra bit of money by mass producing the Chinese equivalent of a cheap-ass toy. That's what my my grandma would say. The pictures have ears, which means the kids are eavesdropping, and that's pretty much what I've been doing in real life. Just eavesdropping on this information. It's like seriously, that's what's happening? Are you kidding me? Just trying to mass produce cheap products for a quick buck. Because they think that the player base is just that gullible and that easy to. I should have paid better attention to this fight. I could have easily helped the guy, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm more ticked off how well this could have been something good. The Switch 2 is 90% the same as the Switch 1. They've only changed 5% of it. Then mass produced it, cheap and easy with just slight upgrades, and people bought it up. People bought it up like candy. The 3.5 million in sales. That is it. But they were hoping for 10 million by the end of, within a week. But that was more like internal projections that they were hoping for globally. And it's like, yeah, that could have happened. That could have happened if it sold as well as you thought it would sell, like gangbusters or a phenomenon. But it didn't. It kind of went in the world with a whimper. And it pissed off Nintendo internally. Like, getting yelled at, pissed off. I was hearing like there was a lot of yelling in Nintendo, a lot of apologizing, and a lot of whispering. It's like, how bad was the Switch 2's launch? It's like, it's not bad, but it's not what they wanted. It's like trending to be the next Wii U. I'm like, ooh. That's not good. Yeah, that's why Nintendo's a little pissed right now. But they're quietly gonna hide that and be like, no, we're fine. Everything's good. Everything's great. It's like, uh-huh. Because I'm not a Nintendo hater. I love Nintendo. I have a GameCube. I have a 64. I've had every goddamn console that's ever existed under the sun. Even up to the Switch. My sister has one. But the Switch 2, no. Just no. I'm done. I'm not hearing good things. I'm seeing half-assed products, and I'm seeing sloppy work. Even Game Freak putting out this new game for Xbox proves that they're not being used to their full potential, and they're being restricted so heavily. If Game Freak could have actually gone full board, both ass cheeks clapped, going all ass into a Pokemon game with complete control and freedom, that game would fucking knock you on your ass visually and mechanically. But something about Nintendo was pigeonholing Game Freak. And their new game is sort of sounds to me like Help. Because you look at the new game from Game Freak, right? You look at it and go, oh wow, they really made that? And they make those crappy ass Pokemon games? It sounds more like a guy writing down a note, please help. We are being trapped against our will to make shitty games. On people's throats that they didn't buy, well, don't be shocked if more studios shut down in the next 5 years. Because some of them aren't looking so hot, apparently, internally. And if they don't pump out 2 or 3, like, next 5 years, pump out, 1 or 2 banger games that are going to sell in the tens of millions, they're going to get destroyed. They're going to be stripped for parts and sold. And this has just been a trend that's been going for a while, but the problem is a lot of those crappy ass games that they've been making, like, well, Dragon Age. I loved Dragon Age, but Veilguard was goddamn dog shit. And that studio, like, for that, they got bent over in every direction and ripped a new one. But they have 5 years of those crappy ass games already pre-made, and now they're gonna toss them out to see if they can make any money back. Like the new ones you saw that are making everyone laugh because how offensive they are and how stupid they are. It's like, what is this crap? Well, those were made 5 years ago. And they still got more of that crap coming out because it's already was made, and now they're just like, here, buy the slop, please. We need to make at least break even before we sell these other studios for parts. Because apparently, internally, if Mass Effect doesn't do well, goodbye to that studio. That studio will be sold for parts. Mass Effect is their last chance. So they're either going to have to buckle down and actually make a good game that's going to sell, or they can kiss their asses goodbye. And I loved Mass Effect. I have Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I even beat the game where no one died. And got the perfect ending where everyone lived, no one died, including the main character apparently lived at the end. Completely burnt, like badly burnt. All you see is his arm. And his dog tag away, he, like, his arm lifts up and goes, because he lived, because I picked one of the 3 endings where apparently I destroyed the Reapers, but everyone lived to the end of the game, and no one died. I mean, nobody. Absolutely no one died. Except for the one guy or girl that you have to choose to set off that bomb. You can't save that one. That's an either, you have to pick either you want the woman to live or the guy to live. That one doesn't count because that's forced. But you are forced. But you can beat that game with no one dying. Absolutely nobody. All 3. And you get an incredible ending where everyone lives, the Reapers fall, and it was a pain in the ass to do, by the way. That was a 700-hour game I had to play and beat it like 8 times before I figured out the right choices. Damn, that took a long time, but I got that ending. I have never played it again because I was satisfied with that ending. But after 8 playthroughs, it was like, oh boy, I have to do this in this order and do this. But yeah, that game was good, but Andromeda sucked. And now if the new Mass Effect doesn't do good, goodbye to that studio. It is going to be shredded and sold for parts. They literally have to save their own asses with that game. So you pray to God that that game is going to be good.
Hey! Hey!
I can't wield the dagger because... But yeah, what I'm hearing is not good. What I'm hearing sounds very, very bad. I'm getting like shot off him every time. I wish this wasn't so slow when I walked. Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself, but yeah, I'm just concerned for the game industry as a whole. God, he wiped me out of one shot. But yeah, I just thought I would play some video games and talk about what I've been hearing, and it's not good. It's just not good. None of it is good. Even for PC players, new parts might be harder to come by soon. Not because of the terror, just because they're not making as many. Just in general. Didn't quite hear what parts they were, but it was like just basic parts for PCs. Apparently they're gonna outmode some PC parts, are gonna be outmoded, so they're gonna make new PC parts, but they're gonna only make like not as many.
Hey!
I'm not gonna heal, so I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, but I mean, PCs will be fine, other than a few parts will be harder to get a hold of it here and there, but nothing out of the ordinary, really. No, I hear they might be making a better version of the Steam Deck, but that may fight like 5, 10 years from now. They like to tweak around with things like that. But at least you know the Steam Deck is actually pretty decent. Especially if you get emulated and all that stuff. And mess around with it. And Xbox making their thing the way they are, it might be good, but if they demand you pay for an online fee to play your games on it, that may be harder to swallow. I'm not sure if they're going to do that. That's more like just an internal discussion they're having. If they should charge a subscription fee. And how stupid. But I wouldn't put it past Xbox. The fact it's going from hard copy to digital is not going to be good because, believe it or not, their player base is like me. We don't have online all the time. And without hard copies, it's the equivalency of throwing money down the drain. Bro, consumables are not allowed in a duel. I get that you're like, oh, look at me with infinite poise and I can't be broken and I'll never be knocked out of it because I drank this and watch how much damage I can do. Yeah, that's not gonna fly, man. May work in PvP, but in a duel, though, it's a different set of rules in a duel, since there's no consumables allowed. I guess he's just gonna bleed himself out. Because I get it. Don't get me wrong. He could have just killed me and just been on with it. But I get it. You want to like, oh, look at me in the one of really powerful armors with a shield, so I could just shield bash after drinking the metal skin coating thing and watch how powerful it is. It's like, bro, that's not how a duel works. I mean, a duel, yeah, we're testing our shit, but you're not allowed to use consumables. Sorry, no consumables allowed. What are you doing? That's dishonorable. I hear Night Rain made really good sales, but Night Rain's Souls game from Software, they didn't expect to get that many sales. They expected like 5 million within the year. What the fuck? That latency was bad. Did he emote at the beginning like you're supposed to? I'm not sure. If you fight him again and he doesn't do it, I'm just gonna let him kill me because that's not a proper duel. Look, the proper dueling is just emo at the beginning, don't use consumables. It's not hard rules to follow. It's pretty much preschool level. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the gaming industry right now and what's happening as a whole. It's just concerning and I don't like the way it's going because the way it's going is complete and utter collapse. It's heading for a goddamn drop off into a ravine with sharp pointy rocks at the bottom, and those rocks are made of solid metal. They're about to impale themselves, and the industry is going to bleed out. They could, like, alter their course if they start now and change for the better, but I mean,
Hey!
But that's just from my years and decades of playing video games and watching companies rise and fall. I mean, there was things before Nintendo and PlayStation and Xbox that tried to make video games and whatnot, but also died off quite rapidly in mass numbers. You have no idea what there is a graveyard of game companies before the big four, before Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. Those are the big four. And before then, there was like dozens of other companies, right? And that's all that's left is those four. Many died off from greed, many died off because they couldn't afford, because they were too small, and many died off because they weren't that big, well known yet, or didn't make something that caught the attention of PC gamers back then, before the consoles were made. Or made a console that withstood the test of time. Even Sega died off. Though technically Sega's still around, but not really. They're kind of this mishmash of what's left.
Hey! 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 Hey!
You got an emote.
Hey!
You're not that good. You're supposed to do that at the beginning, sir. Doesn't matter what emote you use, just use an emote at the beginning. That's all it takes. Even the downward one counts. You're just gonna piss off the guy you're playing against. It's a nice trolling emote. But yeah. But that's just my 37 years on this planet watching video games and playing video games. And millions of hours playing video games. I've been playing games since 1987. I was born in 1986. I've had a controller in my hand since I was 1. Granted, I was not good at gaming until I was like 5 years old, and I was playing Ocarina of Time or something like that, and I got actually a lot better. By then, my brain was developing and was getting better. But video games helped me with my hand-eye coordination problems and stuff as a kid. And my memory deficiency and whatnot. And my reading skill.
Hey! 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 Hey!
I highly resist it. Is he not taking the hint?
Hey! Hey! Hey!
You just got to emote at the beginning and I'll fight you. That's it. But yeah. I'm just seeing a pattern here, and I've seen this pattern before, and it's not going to end well for anybody. Gamers and the industry alike. Because they kind of need each other. Gamers need games and consoles and PCs and whatnot to play their video games. Something's always going to replace something in the industry. So gamers will just wait it out and see new flowers bloom. But there will be a time period between the two where nothing will happen. And you'll be sitting there going like, well, I guess I'll go to my backlog. I have over 40,000 games backlogged. I don't even think I can play all those within my lifetime. That's what's left of it. Since I only got like 20-something years left. I'm only going to live to be 60. I'm 38. I got 22 years left in my lifespan. I'm not delusional. I know my lifespan.
Hey! 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 Hey!
I whiffed it. But yeah, gamers will just find something to replace Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation if they fall to this crap. In the end, they'll be like, oh well, back to PC and use Steam Decks. And then, or laptops, and the gaming industry will suffer, crash, and fall. Or they will start to collide into each other and start absorbing each other one by one until all that's left is just one console company and one handheld company. And hopefully by then they learn their lesson and start making reasonable products that are affordable again. Gamers don't need these gaming industries. They have thousands of indie devs now creating games. They have thousands upon thousands of double A's, and they have some triple A's that got their heads out of their asses and they're like, we're just gonna make good, decent priced games. We're not gonna, no. And these big boy companies are gonna be like, oh, we can do it. They won't do nothing about it. And it's like, well, it was nice knowing you.
Hey! 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 Hey!
So yeah, that's what I've known for a long time because I've seen it come and go. I've been around for 38 years. But what I know, I just gave my entire life to video games, anime, and cartoons and movies and the entertainment that have been around in my life. I would know nothing about something I spent my entire life on. Nothing at all. There's no way I could ever know. That's impossible for me to learn anything in that time. Are you kidding me? Besides, it's just mostly just pillow talk. Something you like shoot the breeze and stuff, and then that's it.
Hey! Hey!
And he's not the only one that loose lips.
Hey!
Ugh, the milady. I still hate that sword. Yeah, it's mostly about timing and spacing is all. Cat's playing with the toy right now. Yeah, but that's just my 2 cents and what I've heard. It's not good news, but still news. Oh yeah, if you have a Steam Deck too, whatever you do, be careful that you don't, how should I put this? Wiggle your joysticks up or down while they're locked in, because you can break the connectors inside very easily. They're loosely in there. When I mean loosely, I mean hooker loose. Like hooker on the strip loose. Yeah, they click in there like they do, and you won't be pulling it. But if you pull forward or backward while it's in there, you can pull that thing right out of socket. And then there goes the whole damn thing. It's just fitting in there loosely. It's not secure, like, at all. They just clipped it in.
Hey! Hey!
Damn, that bleeds you fast. Yeah, I know the scythe bleeds fast. I have one of them. It's just insane how fast the scythe will bleed you. Like 1 to 2 hits. That's insane. But yeah. Yeah, cat's playing with their toy. It's a squeaky. That was her. She fetches. And she'll bring me the toy to throw it again. Eh. So that's her day. Playing fetch with the cat. The cat, she thinks she's a dog, by the way. She was raised by a dog as a kitten. So she will bark and whatnot and wag her tail and play fetch and shit like that. It's weird because she's an inside cat, so she's known nothing but the mama dog who raised her. And me, that's it. So she's a little bit of a weirdo.
Hey! Hey!
I tricked you. You lost that fight because you used the pots. She didn't know you used the pots. Using the pots forfeits your victory because that's not a duel. Using your pots is not a duel. Sorry. That's a consumable. No consumables allowed in a duel. Rule 2. It's rule dose. It's rule dose. Rule 2. Rule 2. No consumables. Know your rules in your duels. Since there's only 2 of them, I don't understand why it's so hard to people understand. It only applies to duels. Honorable duels, anyways. I could piss her off by using my daggers. I doubt I'll see her again now.
Hey! Hey!
Well?
Hey!
Just, yeah, close enough. Nice bleed build-up though, right there with that shield. I get what he's doing, but there's a better shield for that that already has bleed build-up. Yeah, the Bard shield, the Briar shield's better at it. You know, I haven't taken out my Briar Bash shield yet in a long time. I have 2 Briar shields. The large one's for Crash, and the other one's for Bash. And then I use my sword on my left hand. I know that sounds weird, but it works. Any way I could wield it while still being light loaded, though. I guess if I use a short sword, it'd be fine. Most people won't believe me when I say that stuff, though, so it's up to you to believe what you want to believe, because, my information just comes from eavesdropping and, you know, hearing things I probably shouldn't be hearing. Kane's sword is lighter. Sorry. Nah, I just do this for fun. I'm not exactly trying to be a big time streamer. I just do this for shits and giggles because I can. No problem, just you always could leave your information in, like, later down the line in the description, or not in the description, but in the, you know, comment section or something. I don't know why you don't do it in the comment section, because that would work. I'm not a big, not a big, you know, I'm not gonna pout if someone decides to do that. Comments, still comments, still. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep streaming though for a while, regardless. I like how my guy looks right now. He's just like, I have the shittiest stuff on. But it gets the job done. The cane sword, the briar shield. Don't knock the blood. The Marge shield is nothing to sneeze at. The Marge shield is actually really good. I know you can't use the comment section until I'm done streaming for some reason. I don't understand why YouTube does that, but I guess they can't do it very well. But it is what it is.
Hey! 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 Hey!
There's like 2 rules to a duel, and for some reason some people don't understand it. It's like boxing. There's only a handful of rules. I love using things no one else likes to use. Because it's different. It's not the same as everyone else. I'm not an NPC that's gonna see something online and just copy it. Besides, this is my original build how I beat the game the first time, including Millennia. Which was hard. It's hard, but not impossible. I mean...
Hey!
See? They understand. Yeah, don't knock a weapon in this game. All the weapons are actually pretty decent. You just have to build around the weapon. Or understand what the weapon's missing and give it that little oomph it needs. Like Smith's Crypt daggers are bugged. That's what the problem with that weapon is. It's a good weapon. It's just bugged as hell, and it causes a lot of issues because of those bugs. All because they had to nerf it, and those nerfs caused more issues than fixing. Well, I'm not using any charge attacks, so it's up to me to switch this out for something better. Yeah, but using bash instead of crash throws a lot of people off because bash has more push, and if you try to crash into someone bashing, you're more likely to get knocked away before your crash finishes. Bash actually beats crash.
Hey! Hey!
It's a simple thing, sir. Come
Hey!
on. Emote.
Hey!
Emote. Just
Hey!
emote.
Hey!
I mean, you already forfeited your victory by
Hey!
eating that crab instead of just using the incantation.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Yeah, believe it or not, Bash and Crash has a block built into it. That's why you can use Bash and Crash on your right arm, and if you click it just right, you can block and nail them with the shield, which counts as an attack, which is fine. It's just the only way you can block with a shield on your right hand. On the left hand, you have a block dedicated button to blocking, which makes absolutely no sense because shields were designed for combat, not just defense. And I'm a big old shield lover. I love shields, and I hate how little respect they got. They have combat shields now, which is fine. That's good. The combat shields are exactly what shields were meant for. And they kind of were broken because how powerful they are. It's like, yes, shields are not exactly a defend me only weapon. A shield is a weapon in its own right.
Hey!
So I'm using a shield for what it was meant for originally. Combat. Yeah, she was trying to get the oil, trying to use a tactic called oil throw, and then use fire to insta kill because it does about 3,000 damage. Very thing that's very common. But yeah, I used the shield for the actual purpose of the shield. As you saw, I blocked. I blocked with the shield and pushed forward and slammed him in the face with it. That is how a shield actually works. It's not only for just defense, like a lot of games are like, oh, the shield means you block with it and that's it. I'm like, motherfucker, there's bladed shields. There's dagger shields that have hidden knives in the damn things. There's spiked shields, there's what is it? There's the combat ones in here that are the thrusting shields, and then there's actually shields designed to take a weapon away from an opponent. As you try to strike it, it beds your weapon and then you pull it out of their hand.
Hey!
See how I can bash right through that? But yeah, shields are not a simple just block with it, like in the old games and stuff that used to suggest. I noticed that some games are actually paying some respect to shield's combat capabilities. Because, yeah, they blocked, but they did more than that. Dear Lord. There were even some shields with poison on them. So that way when you were attacking with your weapon, hitting the shield, and you're thinking nothing of it, and then all of a sudden you find your hand tingling or something because you got a cut. Then the poison gets into your cut, and it's like, uh-oh. It's like, yep. You just got poisoned or paralyzed through a very painful method of just whacking the crap out of a shield. I'm just old now. I'm an old fuddy-duddy that remembers the good old days.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Is it really worth it? I mean, all you had to do is emote. This guy thinks he's like hot shit, but doesn't understand anything. Neat. But yeah, I would just make my own if I wanted to when it comes to what do you call it? Thumbnails and shit like that. I kind of like it because everyone in my family is really good at art, and it just seems to be a natural thing we have. And it's fun to draw and just make shit. It's fun to learn and try new things. I love how I'm using the cane sword of all things, and everyone's like, would never think the cane sword to be good. But it's pretty decent. Cane sword can get the job done if you're using it as like an offhand item. It's light, it gets the job done, it's not that fancy, and it throws people off when all of a sudden you bleed them with it.
Hey! Hey!
All you have to do is emote. It's not difficult.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Eventually people are gonna get bored and realize, oh wait, if I just emoted, we could have actually had a fight? Yes. It's not difficult, motherfucker. It's a duel. An honorable duel. 2 rules. Emote at the beginning, which is technically the handshake. And no consumables, because it breaks the rules of a honorable duel. Where you use no consumables and you use the weapons you wield and your own skill. Of course you can use incantations and spells and, you know, magic. But that's it. That's the 2 rules for a duel. And it only applies to duels. So, it's not exactly end of the world sort of thing. It's just how you show respect in a duel and how you show that you have earned where you are in the gaming when it comes to the game.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
I mean, you don't have to bow, you can... An improper duel is boring and bland. And it only applies to duels. Don't get me wrong. It only applies to the duels themselves because it's a duel and that's it. It only applies to this game. All the rest of the stuff, the PvP invasions, the combat arena, the the other modes like combat ordeal and united combat, that's not a duel, so you can do whatever you want. You can use all your consumables, you can whip out your vibrators and go to town on each other's asses. But in a duel, it has those two restrictions. That's it. That's the only thing about a duel. They don't enforce it in the game. It's just been that way since Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne. If it exists. It's been that way since the very creation of Souls games. Because that's what people just did. People just did that when they dueled. Before they started a duel. And that's the rules they always worked with. Nothing's changed. And that's like 20 damn years. Actually, it has been near 20 years now we've been living by those same rules in a duel. And they've applied to other duels in other games. It's just, that's the way it's always been. And a lot of new gamers don't respect those two rules because they thinking, oh, I know better than the people who've been playing this game for decades. What would they know? It's like, we're the ones who wrote those rules. We've been the ones abiding by them since forever. What the hell? What do you mean you young kids think you know the rules? We wrote the rules! They're not even that complicated. They're such easy rules to follow that even 5-year-olds can understand. That was the whole point. Of making sure the rules were simple and not complex at all. Is it really Tuesday? Okay, she says I'm beautiful and then strips down. What the fuck? I'm dead. I don't approve my corpse being for that. Please don't. Today's Tuesday or is it Monday? Yeah, that leaves me weak to... Oh, I can wear the black knife greaves. Okay. Yay! Look at my sexy skinny legs. Yeah, the thing about the cane sword, it's dull, right, and all that, but it's made to be a bashing weapon, sort of. I get it slashes and stuff, but you always give it Ashes of War that causes it to do way more damage than you think it's gonna do.
Hey! 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 Hey!
You have an emote.
Hey!
Just use the emote.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Plus the cane sword's complementing the shield's bleed. Cane sword does like 90 bleed per hit, plus the shield doing... I don't know what the shield's doing for bleed. It automatically has bleed, so all I did was add more bleed to bleed. I did have fire because I had ice on my katana with my left hand, which actually was a really good combo between bleed and... I had a shield that caused fire when I bashed or crashed into someone. I had a sword that caused ice when I swung at someone, so it would complement each other. And it worked out in some aspect. So this guarding talisman does work. When I do my shield bashes or crashes, it causes the shield to take more before I can be pushed off. Hammer talisman's actually really good. Because if anyone tried to block with a shield, it ends poorly for them. "91 bleed on the shield, huh? That's weird. Thought it was more than that. Yeah, I did use a katana for a long time because I liked katanas. But kind of got bored of it when everyone else was using them. I believe I had Chilling Mist on one, and my shield had fire on the other. So it caused to bleed, ice, and this combination was quite lethal. What do you think? Why this shield? Because it's a good bleed shield. It really is. And if you use bash or crash, it will block for you while you bash into someone, and you're close enough to swing your katana or sword in their face, which can cause proccing of bleed, ice buildup, and cause fire damage at the same time. I guess it doesn't need Chilling Mist, but Chilling Mist is a pretty good one for it. Because I can give it any of these and, well, I can give it any of these and just give it cold. And with the Shard of Alexander, Blue Dancer's Charm, and Bull Goat Talisman, which I can change out to probably make myself light loaded. Because if I'm light loaded, I do more damage. Because of the Blue Dancer Talisman makes you do more damage depending on your load. If you're light loaded, you're going to do the max. If you're medium loaded, you're going to do the like 10% more. But heavy loaded, you do 5. Medium, you do 10. And light, you do 15.
Hey!
Okay. Hope that was worth it. A dishonorable duel. Okay. Confuses the hell out of me. Like, oh look how good I am! I run up and just start swinging. It's like, there's a protocol. You emote, then you start fighting. It's not even that hard of a thing to do. Do you think being good at this is something that important? I mean, I have no life, and even I could follow the 2 basic rules. I could definitely tell you I have no life. I'm still a virgin at 38, never gone on a first date, and I can't drive, work, or drink, or smoke, or have fun of any kind. Disability sucks. Kicks my ass until he does emote, and then he's like, oh, okay, now he'll fight. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock, because we finally emoted for the handshake. Can't believe you had to punch me repeatedly and kick me before you did that, but I guess you needed the handicap? This is a duel. Duels are different here. Actually, duels have been the same for years. Oh, I found something quick this time. I mean, you don't have to use the bow. You just have to use any emote at the beginning. I don't know who got the idea of using bow at the beginning. Is kind of weird. I think it's because the emotes were limited back then. But now you have a bunch of emotes to choose from and choose
Hey!
whatever works.
Hey!
It could be a fast, quick
Hey!
emote like the finger snap or this one. As long as you do an
Hey!
emote at the beginning, you'll be fine.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Okay. I could equip myself a nice talisman now. I'm still medium loaded even with it? Well, that sucks. Because I'm getting the benefits from... Yeah, raise the attack power based of lower equipment load. The keyword there, equipment load.
Hey!
Not the number, but the actual load.
Hey!
So if you're light loaded, you're getting the max amount of damage. If you're medium loaded, you gain the average amount of damage with it.
Hey!
Just emote, dude, and we could fight.
Hey!
It literally takes 0.1 seconds to go to the emote and hit it before it says commence.
Hey!
Not kidding, it really is that fast.
Hey! 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 Hey!
See? That's simple. It would really be like that, though. Just a quick emote, even the finger snap like that, immediately just means, okay, we can start. I mean, it's just been the rules since ever. It's not even those hard of a rules either. And this katana is good, you know, it's gonna do its job. But the fact I'm medium loaded kind of concerns me a little. Because the shield has fire on it, so if I proc ice, I can unproc it with the shield bash. And then reapply it while I'm bleeding out my enemy.
Hey!
See how easy that is to start a fight right off the bat? This is just my old build of... Crap, he thinks he's clever when he's not. If I just kept on top of him, he would have lost.
Hey!
Oh well. Damn it, he thinks he's clever. Shit. I gave him false information. That sucks. Though I did try to test out and see if I could bash through a tornado and take no damage. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. You'll take damage because I'm trying to block a tornado, I guess. That was stupid of me. I should have just dodged it. See, cold longsword is good too. It's a longsword. Just me with a sword and a shield and old school armor. Really? Helix-tree boots seem to work, but why am I heavy? What's causing me to be weighed down? Oh, this, most likely. Yeah. The bulk coat talisman was weighing me down a bit. See, if I'm light loaded, I'm getting the full effect of the Dancer's Blue Charm because I'm light loaded. Doesn't matter, I'm 33.3. The fact is I'm in light load. Everyone thought like Blue Dancer Charm with 0.00 weight means you're doing a lot of damage. No, you're getting the same percent. It's a percentile thing. You're getting the same amount you always did. It's just... It's only 15% more damage. And medium makes you 10% more damage and 5% for being heavy. It's not that much as you would think. That's why there's a talisman that does the opposite. The heavier you are, the more damage you do. Or the most defense you do, but it's defense.
Hey! Hey!
Just the emote, that's all it takes.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
No backstab.
Hey! Hey!
This guy is like totally confused
Hey!
and still confused on how the rules work. This is rule 1.
Hey!
Emote. Rule 2 is not use consumables. We emoted now. You can do it. We already emoted now. Because all you have to do is emote at the beginning, and then you fight without using consumables, and then you game in. That's it. Those are the rules to an honorable duel. Ironic, I know, but simple, sweet, to the point. Not too fancy, not too flashy, not too complicated, and not too confusing. Hey, it's Spider. Hi, little Spider. Go away. There you go. I usually end up with a few dozen messages on my PlayStation, like, you using this or doing this? It's like, bro, you not understand how duels work? When you explain it to them, they're like, that's stupid. It's like, that's how it's always been. You may not like it, but it only applies to duels.
Hey!
I'm sorry, that's not gonna work on this build. It true combos. This build true combos off the shield bash. See? You shield bash through things because you're blocking while getting close to their face and then knocking them in the nose with the shield. Then you can just punch them with the shield, hit them with the sword. Because after shield bash, it leaves a window of opportunity open for a true combo with your offhand. I think I... But at least you know with the right hand, in the right hand with the shield you can block. Just gotta use crash, or bash, or that new Ashavor where you swing with attacking, because that can block for you if you time it right. But that one's a bitch. Such a bitch to try to block with that one.
Hey!
Ah, the crouch poke with the great sword is broken as hell. I completely countered the great sword with my shield bash. That confused the poor fucker hard. Yeah, Palm Blast is so powerful and so deceiving. You can Palm Strike for 5k damage to 3k damage. Palm Strike, I believe, does not derive from dexterity, it derives from your strength. So depending on how heavy your strength that is, how hard you're gonna smack someone in the fucking head with that palm, just like dead. I've used Palm Strike with my build, and it's insta-killed most players by 2,500 damage. It is ridiculous, and my thing ain't even build for Palm Strike. My stats are 60, 20, 50, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. It seems like a joke build, but it's just a jack of all trades build, master of none. You can get a lot of mileage out of it because you could use a lot of spells, incantations, weapons, armors. I think armors have no restrictions, so.
Hey!
Swyhander, huh? Well, someone just watched that anime. He watched the anime, didn't he? That's why he's using the Swyhander, because there was an anime that just used a Swyhander, and a lot of people started wielding the weapon because they saw it in an anime. Which I get it. You kind of was like, I forgot that weapon existed. I'm gonna go play with that in my game. It is different and unique. I haven't seen someone use that since ever. But since that anime with the swordsman anime, that the guy who was a teacher to many students who turned out to really become skilled with a sword, who doesn't realize how skilled he is with a sword now. It just had a Swyhander in one of the episodes, and a lot of people use it for a little bit, and then eventually people gave up on it, I guess, and there's still some people still using it, which is nice. I wonder if there's a difference in damage depending on if I use fire or flame art. Because these two shields, they may look weird, but they do about the same. Really, what made it heavier all of a sudden? It says I was light a second ago. Can't make that one cold, huh? That way I'm still light loaded. Yep. Yeah, what's keeping me light loaded right now is the talisman I'm wearing. They may drop them all down, but at least it's... Hmm. Yeah, I just started using basic soldier stuff. Like the basic foot soldier stuff and basic soldier stuff you find everywhere in the game for just the tiny soldiers. Their shit's not bad. Their shit's strong, defense-wise, when it comes to resistances and whatnot.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
This guy doesn't understand anything honorable. He thinks he's good, but he's not. He always thinks like, oh, I have to quickly power up and then just kill. It's like, that's not a duel. Credit's just that I, and then power it up. I'm pretty fair when it comes to emotes. I won't exactly attack you until you're finished. Though sometimes I get frustrated and go right in, like a rabid dog, but I make sure you emote first. Gloves make me heavy, make me medium loaded for some reason. Okay. My God, these gloves are so heavy. That forsaken gloves. You think the gloves in this game would be like a pound? Like 1.0 because they're gloves. I guess I have to justify the stats. But it's like, I'm looking at literally cloth gloves and it's like, this is 2.5 pounds. The fuck? What are these gloves made out of? Cement? I've never had gloves that weigh 2 pounds before.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Yeah, stabbed through me, but I think he would have actually lost if he didn't get that head start trying to attack me at the beginning before he emoted. He thinks he's cool, but he needed a handicap. Hmm. Interesting. I do more duels than invasions nowadays because it takes ages for invasions anymore. I can't even go into multiplayer and offer my help because there's so little people playing that summon players anymore. It's like a good 10-minute wait before someone summons you to help them. And it's like, okay. Guess they don't need help? Yeah, this is a 4-pound shield, where this one's a 3-pound shield. That's the difference. A whole pound. But that makes sense. This shield's bigger. But as you saw, my stamina got eaten up before I crashed into the guy. But if you time it just right, you can block so much bullshit while charging or bashing into someone. That throws them off guard that in fact you blocked it.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Here. Let me take your ice off you. Oh fuck, why'd I jump into him with the shield instead of my sword? Yeah, but that was better, see? Much closer fight, more evenly matched. I should have timed some things better because I could have easily blocked 2 of his attacks if I timed it right. Because the Marge shield doesn't have much of good when it comes to blocking, and a lot of people be like, use the better shield, the bronze shield, or the metal one that's like a million of them you can get in a single game. That has like way better stats, but doesn't have bleed. The reason I use this Marge shield with the Briar on it, not only because I like how it looks and how it's so light. I could use these 2 shields since they do have blood.
Hey! Hey!
But yeah, it's just whatever. They lose out on a proper fight, and I just get to move on to the next one. And it might be the same person because so little people play now. They go to Night Rain, but that game is not as popular and not many watch it. I get the whole point of a roguelike version, and everyone likes some of the characters, like the tiny girl with the hammer. She's cute and adorable. And just a little goblin, which is funny. But, well, it's not for everyone. It doesn't have that Souls feel to it. It's like something's missing. Maybe if they had a story or something.
Hey!
See how you get emote before it says even commence?
Hey!
See, any emote will work. Wakey, wakey. See, it's like they get this build with the shield in your right hand and your sword in your left, or whatever weapon you want in your left hand. You can do a wake-up call, which is something that happens when they try to get up and you just hit them as they're getting up. And it's like wakey wakey. You can't really do that and right off the rip. If you knock someone down, there's like a couple frames of invulnerable iframes. There's a couple iframes in there for when you get knocked on your ass. That's why you don't want to immediately roll out of it as soon as you get knocked down. You do have a couple seconds to catch yourself and be like, okay, I can get up and move. No problem, right? It's a shame you used the bolus, though. I would have easily taken the ice off them. I was gonna try with my shield anyways. Since the whole point of this build is proc ice, cause bleed, and bash with shield, or crash with shield to cause the fire to deproc.
Hey!
You'll deproc with the fire on my shield. I
Hey!
cause ice with my sword, bleed with my shield, and fire with my shield. I should probably kept my main shield on, because Crash would work better than Crash worked better than Bash when it comes to spears, because he would poke at me, but then my shield would block a couple hits. I would nail him and then keep moving forward like a train. It all depends on the circumstance. Regular Bash would work, but the fact that they're keeping their distance with the spear means I need to get more distance in with the shield to make up the space. Or I could be a complete dick and just use my Smith's Crypt daggers. And just bash and throw. That works too. You just throw your daggers while bashing at the enemy to keep him away. It's like back off and then throw. Back off and throw. Back off and throw.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah, the whole quick... See how I blocked it? Yeah, if we try to trade, I'm gonna just bash right through him with the shield. As soon as he switched to the crouching claws, I had to switch to my throw daggers. Like, yeah, no, I'm not putting up with that. Nope, 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 nope. Because I knew crouching with claws gives you a back jump step, and then you use the fucking Ash of War. I know that one too damn well. That was a big popular thing when the DLC came out. So it's like, well, shit. I know what you're doing, asshole. Ain't new to me. I would use my sword, but you're making it difficult. But yeah, my shield in my right hand was a very common thing for me to use in the game. I beat Melania with this build. So that was fun. Took like 7 tries to beat her, but it still did good. The only thing I hate about this right now is you can see the strap is not on his wrist. Like, he doesn't have it strapped on properly. And I'm like, what the? Why is the strap not on his arm? It should be strapped onto his forearm to keep it there. Holding that one side, yes, that's true. But the other one, it's not tied to my arm. Like it should be. Oh, dear Lord. The disrespect to shields in video games is just too much. I can't handle it. But anyway, that's it for me. I like, subscribe, and blah, blah. Do with whatever you're gonna do. Just have fun. Or try to. Now I need to go here. System. Yeah, I have about near 500 hours on this character. I have 3 others. You have to quit game to save in Souls games. But yeah.